Hey, what's going on, Trap Watchers? Today is September the 11th, 2021. I definitely want to say what's going on to everyone. We haven't done a lookout live stream probably for about the last 3 weeks because this is an opportunity for everyone who is an artisan member of this particular channel to collaborate, for us all to get together and see, okay, what other markets can we make bread off of? What other markets are there opportunities? Because I cannot cover every cryptocurrency, every altcoin, every stock that's in the market today. So I wanted to set out some time that we can have our artisan members, those who support our channel, to see some other markets. What other opportunities are out there available for us to try to grab some profits out of? So this is what the Lookout live stream is for. It's for all of our artisan members to come on board and let's converse, let's talk, let's have a conversation about what's going on with these other cryptocurrencies and or stocks. So if today's your first time, let me tell you how to get these perks. All right, let me show you how you're able to participate in our Lookout live stream. You guys can see right here that we have a couple of perks, right? We got one perk for anyone who simply wants to be loyal, who wants to become part of this team, this community of individuals. If you just want to support us, you guys can do that with this artisan perk right here. You have access to the loyalty badges that would come up right next to your name whenever you leave a comment on our videos. And then we also created some custom emojis so that you can use in the comments during our Lookout live streams, or you can even place on our videos that we upload to this particular channel right here. We want to give you all the opportunity to call the market so that you can see if you're learning from what we are creating and the content that we are delivering here on this channel. We want to give you all the chance without deploying any of your own money to these positions and just try to see, yeah, let me see where the market is going to go for this particular project. Let me see where the market is going to go for this particular stock or cryptocurrency. I want to try to see if I'm understanding what HueFin is trying to drop to me. This is what those custom emojis are for you to call the markets. Now, if you want to participate with us during our Lookout, which is right now, you need to become an artisan member down here at the bottom. It's only $4.99 a month. This is the opportunity to where I give our artisan members the chance to say, okay, I want to see where the opportunity is in this particular cryptocurrency, or is the market going to go up? Is it going to go down? What's going to go on for this particular space? This is that opportunity right here. And what I usually do, come to this community tab, I send out this post right here. Okay, we're going live and I want to see what price charts you all want to take a look at. So once you become an artisan member, you will see this post right here. And once you see this post, this is your opportunity for you to drop a comment and say, hey, I want to take a look at, Zilliqa, or I want to take a look at Binance or some other cryptocurrency altcoin that may be getting a lot of hype right now. We can take a look at that as well. We can take a look and see, okay, yeah, this may be a play right here, but we won't know that until you drop this comment for us on this particular post right here. Okay. So check this out. Let's go on and let's start these other cryptocurrencies that our members want to take a look. Okay. Now, first, I want to make mention of all of the individuals who have recently joined our family. And I definitely want to say what's going on to Tori and Elizabeth. Those two individuals recently came on board and now they're officially part of the Trap Watchers group. They definitely want to participate. Thank you all for the support. If you're not part of our community yet, you definitely want to get on board with those two individuals because they see the value that we are creating in this space. All right. So now let's go. let's get started on some of these cryptocurrencies so we can go ahead and see if there's any money that we can make out of these markets. All right. So the first one they're going to look at is going to be Zcash. All right. You guys can see it. Zcash participated in that big move that occurred this week. It was not the exception. The market price in Zcash, went down as well. You guys see that? 20%, almost 21%. The price in Zcash went down. So now we need to understand that the market always, okay, it always gives us a premonition as to what's going to happen. It gives us a foretelling, okay, what to expect in the future. You have to understand, you got to believe that. If you don't believe that, then you won't understand how the market really works. Something occurred right there on September the 7th. Something happened, and we all need to understand that. We need to keep note of that going forward, because that may be the start of the price of Zcash, going down, or many other altcoins. We have to keep that in mind. You have to trust the price and what the trap drops on the price charts. Okay. So first thing I really wanted to show you is that, yeah, we need to pay attention to September the 7th. We need to make sure that we continue to watch what goes on here on after, because that was a change, right? And why do I say it was a change? I want you all to see this, because in Zcash, the price was in an upward trend, right? Look at that. The market in Zcash from July 21st all the way until September the 6th was in the uptrend. The market price was telling us we are free selling. We're going to continue to increase this price in Zcash. But then the brakes came in on September the 7th. We broke the trend, right? You got to believe what the chart is dropping. We broke the trend, right? Take a look. So once we broke that trend in Zcash, we need to follow the same type of notion and say, well, look, I'm not looking for the price in Zcash to go up right now. Well, why would you say that? Well, that's because the trap broke the trend right there on September the 7th, right? We have to make sure that we follow the market and what it's trying to tell us. Because if the market in Zcash was still strong, then September the 7th would never have happened. The market would have bounced off that ascending line and the price would have went up. But instead, we broke it. And following the market right now, we're still trending below that ascending line. So we have three ways, okay, that the market can go. There's only three ways the market can go up, it could go down, or it could trade sideways. And seeing how the price in Zcash broke the trend of going up, we need to take that option off the table. We're not expecting the price in Zcash to go up as of this particular moment, okay? So let's see this. Now, since we're not expecting the price in Zcash to go up, the next option would be one step down. Look for the market to go sideways. That's the next best option that we can see. And I wanted to show you that the market actually did that. Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna take this ascending line and I'm going to show you where the market is holding support. This is it right here. I mean, we go all the way back here to January of this year to where the market in Zcash found $119 as restriction, and it was acting as support. So we got to utilize this information to our benefit. The charts don't lie. You guys can see here back in June, beginning of June, even towards the end of May, the price in Zcash came and bounced off this line, off this price level, $120. That is fantastic. We appreciate the market giving us this type of information, because if he didn't, then we definitely want to know where the market's going to go. So at best, we now know that $120 is going to be a real important number going forward. As long as the price in Zcash holds $120, we know that we're going to maintain sideways trading, and the prospect of higher price is on the table. The moment we break 120 to the downside, we understand that we're in a downtrend and that the movement lower in price is more likely to occur. It's just that easy. It's just that simple. So we're going to use this horizontal line for support in Zcash. $120 is going to be support. Now, we've already seen the market in Zcash get rejected recently on September the 6th, right? That was the top. So if you were just to simply extend it to the left a little bit further on the price chart, we understand that this area is restriction, right? So now you guys can see it. We've already created the trading channel. This is what we're expecting the market price in Zcash to do if we're going to expect sideways trading. We're expecting the market to bounce off 120 and sell off around $180, $190. Okay. So check this out. So this is what we're expecting right now, the market in Zcash to do that. Okay. Now, as the market is expected to do that, I'm going to be looking to see if we break it to the downside or if we're going to hold this support area and come back up and break it to the upside. Those are the options right now that's on the table for Zcash. Okay. So now let's see. Let's look at the market in Zcash on a 3-day time frame, because we want to determine if the market is really willing to hold support at $120. Because if so, this will be a great point to come into the market and buy, right? That would be a great opportunity for us to come into the market in Zcash and buy this market to expect the market to go higher. So far, it looks pretty decent. I mean, it's not extremely weak into the market in Zcash on a 3-day time frame. What about on the 5-day? I mean, always, if you guys are subscribers, take a look. I've always told you all to always look at the volume whenever you look at price charts, because it tells us how active the people were. It tells us how active the market was in moving this price in Zcash. You guys can see over the last 2 weeks, the market price in Zcash pretty well was stagnated, but the volume is pretty healthy comparative to what we've seen in August and in July. The market is heavier. So are we seeing buyers coming to the market at 120? Let me know. Drop me a comment in the comment section and tell me, do you think the buyers are coming to the market at 120 based off this high volume over the last 10 days? We need to start asking questions and try to find the answers off of the price chart. So do you think the buyers are coming to the market in Zcash? Now, from my perspective, yes, the buyers are trying to come into the market in Zcash at 120. They're trying to suppress the market move down. They're trying to come in and stop the movement of Zcash of going down based off this volume that I'm seeing over the last 10 days. And also, always pay attention to where the price chart is closing at, right? Julio said that you don't think the people are buying right there around 120? You think all of this volume right here is people selling? I mean, you might be right. There's no right or wrong answers. You have to learn how to be analytical and try to figure out, okay, what exactly is going on in the market. Julio, you might be right. People might be selling, and there might not be that many buyers into the market at 120. But take a look at where the price bars close. You guys can see on this current 5-day price bar, the market is closing towards the middle of the bar. And even on the previous one, look at this one. The market still closed off of the lows. That is why I'm saying that the market is finding buyers at 120. Because if there wasn't no buyers in the market at 120, then these price bars would have closed at the low of this bar on both of them. But instead, we was able to close in the middle. That's how I know that the market is finding buyers, that there's buyers coming in because they think that Zcash is cheap, right? Now check this out. I'm dropping you guys all these gems, all these hints about how the market really works. We got 21 likes and got 44 people right now watching the live. Make sure, if you haven't tapped that thumbs up button, make sure you give your boy some support and hit that thumbs up button, right? Do that for me. All right, so check this out. Now, I want to show you all the price on the 2-day, okay? Because I want to show you, a lot of people just don't see, I guess, what I'm seeing on the chart. Because right here, you guys can see something, okay, that is causing the market to hurt itself. All right, look at that. So we have 4 days. Check this out, 4 days. And the price in Zcash, look at it, could not break above $144. That's odd. If the market truly was strong in Zcash, would you not have thought that the price could break above 140, 145? But the last 4 days it tried, but it couldn't do it. That's a hindrance. That is in our way, right? That is something that we need to make sure that if we're expecting the price to go up, that it has to break at least 145. So you can visually see already, okay, how this is going to play out. $145 is in the way of price going higher in Zcash as of this particular moment. So if I'm going to look for the price to go up in Zcash, I need to make sure that at best, I'm willing to take some profits off the table at 145 because that was the last point of restriction. That was the last point that the market couldn't move up above. It's simple, right? Yeah, it is. So remember that. Now let's take a look at the market in Zcash on the weekly time frame, because this is where the market is really showing us something different. Okay. Now, looking at price bars, every price bar you guys see on this chart is a week's worth of price action or trading. Look at this current week. Look at this spread. Look at this most recent weekly price bar. Look at it. Look how wide it is. Look how far the spread went all the way down to 120 versus the other ones. It took the market in Zcash, right? Take a look. It took the market in Zcash 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks just for the price to come up to 177. It took 4 weeks for the market just to scoot up to $177. And in less than 1 week, this current 1 weekly price bar, we completely erased all of that work, all of that effort it took for the market to get to 177. That is where you know something changed. That is where you know that I might need to readjust my prediction. Because when you can literally wipe out all of the gains that took place in the last 4 weeks in 1 week, yeah, the market is changing its dynamics. The market is getting weak. We need to pay attention to that. Now, this is looking at it from a weekly perspective, from a longer term view, right? It doesn't mean that from a daily basis that the price is not going to go up, because it will. But when you look at this from a weekly basis, you got to say, well, hold on. Yeah, the price may not actually hold $120. You might go down to 100. Looking at this from a weekly perspective, right? Yeah, we can. So what about on a 2 weeks time frame? Look at this. We're still seeing some weakness involved into the market in Zcash. Now, depending on your time frame and your preference, I'm seeing weakness on the weekly, the 2 weeks, and the 3 weeks time frame. So if you're trying to be into the market for that time frame or that duration, then yeah, you want to expect the market to go down. I mean, it is what it is. We have to read the chart and literally give us the information. We're not here to adjust it. We're not here to convince the market that it's going to go up. No, we just simply got to follow what it's telling us. And when you look at it from a weekly, 2 week, 3 weeks time frame, yeah, this market is weak. Now, considering that, show you this. Okay, let me show you all this. This is the trend. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this prediction is Zcash, right? I'm going to play the weakness. Okay, now with that being said, I'm going to move this horizontal line down here to like 161. Okay, and looking at this from a weekly perspective, I have a couple of areas that I'm looking for the market to drop to. The first one already is 120. The sooner we get down to 120, which we've already done this week, the better, because we're going to come back up and try to break 160 to the upside. But I'm also seeing the market coming down to $100, maybe like 105 in the long term. From a weekly, 2 weeks, 3 weeks time frame, yeah, we could do a very quick touch right there around 105. So I'm playing this on the long term. If you're trying to play this on the daily, then yeah, you can see the market go up. But right now, the market has a little bit more weakness to go through. Okay, so let's run the play. So let me show you all that we're going to play the weakness into the market in Zcash. Like I said, 120. If we're able to see this price hold 120, the market's going to go up, and this price prediction will not be correct. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. I'm giving you all the heads up about that now. I do see restriction coming in at 140 for Zcash right now, but I'm going to bring it all the way up there to 160. Okay, in order to play this out in the long term. Now, I have 120 as our first area to grab some profit. So we come back down next week, week after that, grab some of that profit off the table right there. Okay, because we understand that the market can still grab support and go up. Next area is going to be down here towards 100 to 105. Okay, that's the ultimate area that I'm looking for the market price in Zcash to go. And that's it. This is how you're able to predict those price movement in cryptocurrencies without using technical indicators. It's simple and it's easy. So we're going to play the weakness right now. All right, that's how we're going to do it. Going to play a little bit of weakness. Now, I'm not telling you that the overall market is going to crash. Take a look. We just need to relax. The trend is still intact in Zcash, right? The long-term trend, the market is still trending higher. Now, if you're trying to find an entry point, yeah, you want to come in and buy the market in Zcash right here on this ascending line because it's cheaper, and then the movement higher is still intact. So just kind of give you guys an idea as to what we're looking forward to into the market there. So we're playing this on the long term. All right, right there. And that's it. Now let's take a look at the next one. The next one they're going to look at is going to be Monero. Okay, XMR is the ticker symbol. And I want you all to see this. Okay, now this is our last price prediction that we've done on our channel. We did a video in Monero right here on September the 5th, right? And we told everyone what our expectations were to see the price in Monero to go up. Now go back and watch the video, okay? Because I told you all that we need to be prepared to grab some profits off the table, and it was right there around $320. Now you only had a short stint to grab some of that money off the market, right? $320. You only had 2 days to really grab some of that profit off. And it literally happened 2 days after we did our price prediction. So looking at that, 6%, right? And Monero wasn't the exception. The price still went down in Monero just like it did in Zcash and majority of the altcoins into the market. So if we didn't grab that 6.2% out the market on those 2 days, on the 5th and the 6th, then if we were to get out now, we'll be down 15%, right? It goes that way. Right? You got to understand your entry and exit point. And let me also tell you something else. When you try to create your exit strategy, or at what particular price you're trying to go, there's only 2 ways for you to actually take profit, right? One is you need to have a price already in mind as to where you would take the bag. No exceptions. Okay. Yeah, you might see the market for this particular instance, Monero hit that $320. If you already had stated in your mind, said, I'm taking the bag at 320, I'm taking a couple of profits off the table there, make sure you do that, right? Even if you see strength still come on the chart, you still want to grab that bag, because look at the next day, September the 7th, the market literally would have erased all of our gains. Or the second way that you can take the bag or exit out your position is a time frame, okay? Either you leave your position on a price level, or you leave your position on a time frame. Okay, that means if you're going to be in Monero for the next 6 months, then leave or exit out your position in the next 6 months. It really doesn't matter where the price is. Once the market hits that 6 months time, you go ahead and exit out the position where the price is, right? Because you set in your mind, I'm leaving the market in Monero in 6 months. I don't care where the price is. I'm giving the market 6 months worth of time to move price, with the exception I'm looking for it to go up. But if it's not up, I'm just going to exit out the market. I gave myself 6 months to let this play work out. But for us, we try to do it on a price standpoint. We're not trying to be in the market for 6 months, 6 years, 60 years, 600 years. No, because that is too questionable as to where price is going to go. We do it on a price level to say, I'm willing to take the play out right there. At this price, if I get it a little bit more, I got my second level that I'm willing to exit out the rest of the profit at. Bon, when you take money off the table with the TP, do you take off 100% of it or 50%? That is that's left up to you. For me, I'll take off a little bit. When I come through and do these predictions, I come through and on the first area to TP, I take a little bit off, right? Because my overall expectation it was for Monero. Let me give you an example. Okay. So my overall prediction was for the market in Monero to come up here towards 375, right? That was my ultimate area for me to take the complete play off the table. Now, I had an area of TP. While the market price in Monero was going to stair step higher, I was going to come in and interject and take some plays off the table, right? Take a little bit off around 320, 340, and then ultimately take the rest off around 375, right? Right there. So now let me go ahead and run the play. Okay, go ahead and fix this. So now, you guys can see, if we weren't able to get that 6.2% out the market, we'd be down around 15%. All right, but take a look. Did not Monero do the same thing that Zcash did on September the 7th? Right? Look at it. It broke the ascending line as well, and it also broke our support area 280. So even in here in Monero's case, the market broke 280. Right? Good morning, Elizabeth. How are you doing? John Quest, what phone are you hearing? Are you listening? Can you hear my phone? That's right. Taking some profits off the market as the price goes up. All right, so now let me go ahead and do this real quick in Monero. I hear you, XRP Heart. Nobody can change the course of ADA to the moon. Now, let me ask you a question, XRP Heart. Where's the moon at? What's the price? All right, so now let me run back on this Monero play. Okay, we're not looking for the price in Monero to go up, just like in Zcash's case. We're not looking for the market in Monero to go up. You guys can see that the price, just like in Zcash's case, has shown us an area of support, right? Now, it's not as strong or as prevalent as Zcash's support area is, but we at least for the moment found that price coming at support. Now, take a look, okay? The process of all this volume that came in Monero on September 7th, look at that. That is massive. Something happened on that day. Ask yourself the question. Were people buying or were people selling, right? Because as of this particular moment, it looked like the market came in and bought Monero at 240. But look at this. Look at the following other trading days since that time. The price is not necessarily giving us that strength though. We're not necessarily seeing the market in Monero strong. So this $240 price is in jeopardy of being broken to the downside. All right. So we should be able to see the same type of price bar, just like what we saw in Zcash, in Monero on a weekly time frame. All right, so check this out. Look at that. This is the weekly time frame. In 1 week, we have literally erased all of the hard work and effort and money that people put into Monero. Literally gone, right? Same amount of time, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. It took the price in Monero to hit up there towards 325, and in 1 week, we are now seeing all of that gone, all of it. What about on the 2 weeks time frame? Look at that. It looks pretty much identical to Zcash, right? We're getting the same type of ideas in Monero, just like we are in Zcash. So now I think you all understand what I'm going to play with on in Monero. I'm going to do the same thing, play the weakness in Monero, just like what we were in Zcash. We're playing it on the long-term basis though. So again, look at this. The market gives us all the information we need, right? It gives us everything we need. So we're not going to be confused. We're not going to be misled. We follow the chart and the information that is given us. So when you see this, man, we're still in an uptrend. The price is still strong in Monero on a long-term basis. That is great. It's just when you see these price bars where the market completely breaks away from this ascending line that causes you the problem, because many people will come on YouTube, many articles will come out and tell you that the market's going to continue to shoot higher in price, knowing good and well we have broken away from this long-term ascending line. Those people who bought Monero right there on April the 19th, 2021, the 3 weeks time period, they are now literally in a massive loss. But the people who came in Monero and bought on this ascending line is sitting pretty, because the market continues to bounce off this ascending line. It's just that simple, right? So now we're going to play the weakness in Monero right now. Okay. We're looking at the weakness and we're going to simply follow the market. Now we are not that far from this ascending line in the Monero. So I'm already eyeing $225 to be maintained as support, no lower than 200 in order for us to continue this trend. Okay. Now I will give you this. I'm giving you this right now, September the 11th, 2021. Okay. As we see these prices come down in the cryptocurrency space, and let's just say, for instance, the market price breaks these ascending lines that we've created to the downside, that's going to let us know that we are now in a bear market, that these prices are going to go a lot lower than what we expect. I'm here to tell you that right now, but I want to give you all conditioned to expect these type of events to occur. I'm not looking for it to happen yet, but you need to see it. You need to see it for what it is, because once the price breaks this long-term trend, we understand that we're in a bear market, because this trend started in Monero back in March of 2020. So we've been in this upward trend for a whole year and a couple of months, right? It's simple, right? Just like that. So let me go ahead and run the play. And we're going to play the downside movement in Monero. Okay. This area 280 would be our restriction point. So we're going to expect the price to go down in Monero. Okay. As long as the price stays below 280. Now, there's a couple of areas already that we need to be willing to take the bag, that we need to be willing to take the profit. First one is around 240. We need to be prepared to take the market off around 240. That's about 6%. Now, we understand that the market can hit that 240 and move up. So we want to make sure we get out our position before the market goes up in price. That would be the first area, 240. That gives about 6% there. Second area is right there around 225, which gives us around 12.25% profitability right there. Okay. Now, as of right now, the market doesn't look that weak to go all the way down to our ultimate area of TP. In this instance, is 225. I'm not really seeing that yet, but there's still some weakness that I'm seeing being exhibited on the weekly, 2 weeks, 3 weeks time frame. So we need to make sure we understand that the market right now is not extremely weak, but it is still present on the long term. All right. So this is our upward play into the market in Monero as of right now. But take a look at that trend though. I mean, this market is in a surefire uptrend, right? That's beautiful. And as you guys can see, if you would have came in and bought the market on May 20th and then again on July 24th, you're sitting good. You're sitting golden right now. This is how you're able to see when to come into the market and buy and when to come into the market and sell. Let me give you this other example, because this was the opportunity to sell right up here at the high, because look how far we are away from the trend, right? Look how far we are away. That's a very wide gap. That's a very wide angle or radius. You guys can see that. All right, so now let me look at the next one. The next one that we're going to look at is Pirate Chain. Have any of you in the comments, let me know if you heard of this cryptocurrency, Pirate Chain. We never did a price prediction for Pirate Chain before, never. So this is our first time coming in doing a price prediction for Pirate Chain. That's right. Yeah, Bonbon writes, that was what I was also going to ask. It looks similar to 2018 chart. If that trend line breaks, seems like we are going into a year-long bear market. Most definitely. If we break that long-term trend, everyone, you understand what to expect. All right. So be very careful. If we were to break that long-term trend, be very careful of people who do videos to try to persuade you that the market's going to go up. Because understand, I'm an avid believer. Price charts don't lie. It don't. So now check this out. Yeah, Mr. Too Real says nope. Elizabeth put all of her money in ADA. Well, most of it. Okay. Julio, I don't know what it is. I never heard of it myself, but apparently there's a market for it. And I'm not necessarily sure if anyone else heard about it. I don't know if it's kind of just geared towards, one segment of the blockchain space, or are they trying to get the majority of people to utilize this coin, right? MD4 is right. Is there anything to buy for 1 to 3 days? Of course there is. You just have to look at the market on a smaller time frame to figure out what those plays are at, right? All right, so now let's go ahead and run this play real quick in Pirate Chain. Automatically, you guys can see if you were to connect the bottoms of the chart, look at that. Okay, we are now testing this ascending line in Pirate Chain. All right, now take a look at it. Do you think the market's going to hold that though? Do you really think the market's going to hold this ascending line in Pirate Chain? Just look at the last 2 days. Okay, look at it. Let's see if we can actually talk about this and see what's going on. Okay, let's look at the last 2 days in Pirate Chain because the information is already here. Now, this current daily price bar, we got 7 hours and 55 minutes. If we only had like 5 minutes left on this daily price bar right here, I would definitely tell you that the upward trend is not going to be sustained. I would definitely be playing the weakness into the market in Pirate Chain because we're closing towards the low of the bar, right? If the market in Pirate Chain truly was strong, we would see the price bar currently close up here around $2.95. But we're at the very bottom of the bar. While the market needs to show us, it needs to hold this area of $2.60, and it's not even doing it. So why would I try to be led into thinking that the market is going to go up right now? It's not as of this particular moment. Now, in the next 7 hours and 54 minutes, if this bar changes, then yeah. But right now, the market is expected to break this ascending line in Pirate Chain. Okay. Let me show y'all on a 3-day time frame. Okay. This is even worse of us still seeing the weakness into the market in Pirate Chain. 2-day time frame. Charts don't lie. The weakness that came in from this 2-day price bar is what's leading to the weakness on this current one. Okay, you see that? That is why the price in Pirate Chain is still going down, because last 2-day price bar, we closed well off of the highs. See that? So the market is still bleeding over with the selling in this current 2-day price bar, which inevitably is still ongoing. So what we're going to do on this particular play, look at that one. We got a day and 8 hours left, right? Excellent job, Elizabeth. She wrote, I also bought some Monero a few days ago and exit after 2 days of buying it. Excellent job. That's how you're able to play into the market and win. Good call. So now we're here in Pirate Chain. This area is acting as support, no doubt about it. But for us to be predictors, for us to be on the lookout as to where price is going to go, we got to kind of foresee and foretell, okay, cool. Yeah, that is still support as of this moment, but what is it going to be like in the next 7 days, right? What is going to be like in the next 2 weeks? Do you suspect that the market is really going to hold that with this price bar that we're getting on the 5-day? Right? Now, from a risk adjusted basis, yeah, we can still hold price in Pirate Chain at 260, but overwhelmingly the chart is giving us nothing but weakness, right? So let me go ahead and play that. Now you might say, well, okay, cool. The lowest that we can go in Pirate Chain is to 0. So you're right. I'm not going to come in and be extremely weak in this weakness in Pirate Chain, but rather I want to see it come down to here. This will be the next area that I will be expecting the price to come in and grab support. Right there around 240. It might be a little bit higher, like 245, $2.45. But that's my next area right there that I'm looking for the market in Pirate Chain to come in and grab support. Okay. Now, which line do you want to hold? Do you want to see the market hold support at 260 or that ascending line? I'm going to do it at the ascending line. Okay. So as this market continues to trade over the next couple of days, break us to this ascending line, understand that the weakness is still intact. We need to come in, be prepared to eat off of the play right there around 240. Okay, right there around 240. And then ultimately, right there around 228, $2.30 right there. Okay. Now, like I told you earlier, I'm not really seeing a massive bearishness occurring in the cryptocurrencies yet. So for us to get this ultimate TP price, the weakness would definitely have to continue to show itself, which is why I just want to see the market come up to like 245 and Pirates play in this play right here. Okay. So now let me bring that in. That is Pirate Chain. The next one that we're going to look at is Zilliqa. All right. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at Zilliqa. Every market is different, but the same. Okay. You guys can see we did a price prediction in Zilliqa right here on our regular YouTube channel on our regular video on August the 25th. Right. We did one and we played the weakness. Now, this is what the price did. Okay, this is exactly what the price did against our prediction. It kind of looks like we were a little bit too early to the party. It looks as if we were there too early for us to capitalize on what occurred on September the 7th. We played the weakness on the 25th in Zilliqa. We told you all, hey, I'm seeing weakness on the chart. Be prepared for the price to go down in Zilliqa. And it happened on September the 7th. So the price in Zilliqa did go up. And you might say, well, HFN, you got stopped out at 12 cents. No, that's not the case. This was the area that we expected the market to come down. But instead, the trap was able to successfully bring that restriction up here towards 13 cents. So rather than us seeing the weakness come in around 12, the weakness came in at 13. Okay, that's where it happened. So in that standpoint, yeah, we didn't get our restriction area right. We should have increased it up there towards 13 cents rather than having it at 12. That's it. But the weakness was still involved into the market in Zilliqa. Okay. So right there, September the 7th, 10.67%. You guys can tell from our prediction, we got a very small box, right? Very small area that we was looking for the price to play. And so far, since that video, the market pretty much has traded within that box. It's weird, isn't it? For you all to kind of get that. Wow, Elizabeth, is midnight there. I appreciate you definitely taking the time out to listen to what I have to say. Thank you for the support and tuning in and watching this video. So now let me go ahead and get rid of this price prediction right there. And I want to show you again, we were already tracking the overall trend in Zilliqa, right? We was already looking at it. We was already expecting the price to go up. But then bam, right there on September the 7th, the trend broke. Okay. So now take a look at this. Let me bring this line down. The market is so smooth at the information that it gives us. It's so smooth. I want you all to see this. This is how you're able to understand that the weakness is still in the market. Let me show you. This is powerful. This is how you're able to not be led astray in thinking that the price is a buy. And we're not even using technical indicators. So look at this. The market in Zilliqa, right? Let me give you the story. Back on July 23rd, the market in Zilliqa started its upward trend. And then suddenly on September the 7th, that trend broke. And since that time, the market in Zilliqa has tried feverishly to move up in price. Yes, it has. Look at all the volume that has came into the market for Zilliqa. It has been working so hard to work its price back up aside this ascending line. But oh no, suddenly, right here on September the 10th, the market in Zilliqa got rejected. That tells us, again, that the market price in Zilliqa is still weak. That's the story right there. I mean, that tells you precisely what the market price in Zilliqa is trying to do. The market is still weak. That confirmation came in on September the 10th. Take a look at all this volume. People came into the market on September the 10th and sold because the market closed on the low. So as long as this price in Zilliqa cannot break back up above 12 cents, even that ascending line, we know where we're going to go. Just that simple. Okay. Now, the other two plays, right, in Zcash, Monero, and Pirate Chain, the other three plays, we're looking for the price to go down in the long term. All right. Now, check this out. We're going to play it on the long term in Zilliqa as well. Now, look at this on the weekly perspective. Out of those other three predictions, Zilliqa is giving us a probable precursor of strength. Now, what in the world does that mean? It simply means that on the next week's price bar, if the market is able to close above this close right now, the market is going to continue to go up, right? Check it out right there. So what about on a 2 weeks time frame? Look at this. Check this out. This market is giving us a wash, meaning that the market is pretty much even between the buyers and the sellers. The market is battling between where it wants to go. And the last 2 week price bar in Zilliqa was a wash, and we're still getting a wash in Zilliqa right now. Right? So now the question that I want to ask you all is, okay, cool. Where do you think the market price is going to go in Zilliqa? Right? You need to be a predictor. We got the comment section open right now. Tell me right now, where do you see Zilliqa going in the next 2 weeks? All right? Let me know. Let's take a look at the market price in Zilliqa on a monthly time frame. Because out of the other 3 cryptocurrency predictions we've done, I really don't see that much weakness in Zilliqa. I don't. It seems as if the buyers are really involved in this particular market than they are in the other 3 predictions. So are you looking for the price to go up? Are you looking for the price to go down in Zilliqa? That's the question. This is our opportunity to collaborate, right? Because one thing is certain, just like all the other altcoins, Zilliqa is still in a long-term uptrend. Boom, right? Appreciate the comment, Bonbon. Short term, the market's going to go up, but ultimately down. No doubt. Anyone else? Drop me a comment in the comment section. Let me know. Let's collaborate. Let's see where the price is going to go. We got to get in position. All right? Because I'm kind of like Bonbon and what he or she wrote. Yeah, I can see the market weak in the short term, but this long-term trend, this ascending line, it is still intact, right? So I'm actually seeing the market in Zilliqa consolidating, right? I don't see a big play coming to the market in Zilliqa yet. Yes, the market is weak, but not that weak, right? Maybe 9 cents, 10 cents, it could hold support. Okay, Amina writes up to 13 or 18 cents. You looking for that in the short term or the long term? Right? Because where's the current stop? Where is the price headed now? Okay. Where do you see it headed now in the short term? Because Cisco has 83 cents, or do you mean 8 cents? 0.083. Because the only thing that we can really go off of right now in Zilliqa's environment in this market is what occurred on this trend line, right? Right here. We have to follow the market and what it has created, breaking this ascending line. This is the most valid, most poignant information we have right now. Because when I look at this from a weekly, 2 weeks, 3 weeks time frame, it's a wash between the buyers and the sellers. So if we were to tip the scale to the buyers or the sellers, we would have to tip it towards the sellers because the market price broke this ascending line right here. And then it tested it on the 10th of September and it still got rejected. So overall, right, the market is weak. Okay, Amina has short-term time. You look for it to go to 13 cents in the short term. All right, I got you, Cisco. So he's looking for it to go around 8 cents, right? 8 cents will give us, I want you all to see our support area, okay? Because right now, we're not expecting the price to go up based off the information of the trend breaking that ascending line and the rejection that it got on September 10th, right? We got that. So we're going to play the weakness based off that alone, okay? Now, let me show you support real quick. This is the first area of support in Zilliqa, 10 cents, okay? And it's a pretty strong area. I mean, we have here historically in the background of this chart, the market in Zilliqa holding that 10-cent price. So that's the first hurdle. In order for the price to continue to go down, it has to break 10 cents to the downside. Okay. Cisco, he has the next level being 8 cents. That is the next pretty strong area of support. I can see that as well. Right there around 0.083. I would even say 8.5 cents could be support into the market in Zilliqa. Right? So that's it. As we're playing the weakness in Zilliqa, we already know where we need to be prepared to take the bag, to take the bread, to take the profit. The first area would be 10 cents, right? This is how you're able not to be greedy, not to be emotional. You need to be prepared to say, okay, cool. Price ever gets to 10 cents, I'm taking some profits off the table, right? So let's do it. That would be the first area of TP right there. Now that would give us around 8%, almost 9% profitability. But like Cisco wrote in the comment section, I'm going to extend it all the way down to like 8.5. Now that's giving up 23, almost 23.25% profitability. That's going to be a little longer for the market to get there though. Okay. Now we're going to continue to play this weakness in the market in Zilliqa as long as price cannot, okay, as long as price does not break above 12 cents. And then inevitably, if we ever get back up above this ascending line, then yeah, we need to cut this out. This prediction of the price going down and say the market's going to go up. That's how we're able to determine where price in Zilliqa is going to go. All right. So let me bring this up just a tad because I want to give us ample opportunity to allow the play to work out. Okay. So I'm going to ultimately hold the market restriction around 13 cents. As long as price in Zilliqa does not break above that, this market movement sideways in Zilliqa is expected to continue with the expectation to go down. All right. Just that simple. So now that's the play right there in Zilliqa. All right. Now let's go ahead and take a look at RUNE. So this is the market price in RUNE, and take a look. We did a price prediction in RUNE back here on July 31st, which was on, let me see, what day was that? I think that was on our last Lookout Live. Yep. July 31st. One of our artisan members wanted us to take a look at RUNE, and we did it on the 31st and take a look at the price. Not hiding anything from our people, from our community. The market price in RUNE went up. Now, we had our restriction point around $8, right, during that time period. And it really didn't take long for the market to hit that, right? It didn't. Now, once the market price in RUNE came in and hit our ultimate area right there, we could have took the whole play out. Or if you saw strength in the market at that time, you said, I'm going to let it ride. I'm going to take a little bit off and I'm going to let some of my other profit, my other play to continue, because ultimately the market in RUNE went all the way up here to $12. That's 92% profitability right there. And we didn't talk about no confusion during that time period back there on July 31st. So it was a pretty good outcome. Like, we predicted the market to go up. That is precisely where the price went. All right, so that's done. That is over. Let's talk about the future now. Okay. Now, we appreciate the market information day in and day out. The trap goes in and he makes a market. Now we just simply need to kick back and read it and see what he did. So right here, these 2 days, these couple of days right here. Okay. Charts don't lie. August the 23rd, August the 24th, price got rejected. We came back up and tried it again on September the 6th, September the 7th, and got rejected again. So what do you think that means? What do you think it means? Right. It means that the market is finding sellers there. We cannot break up above that particular number. So we're going to use that to our benefit. Okay. Right there around $12. That is restriction as of this particular moment. That is the hurdle that the market will have to overcome just for us to go up right there. Now, we broke the trend in RUNE as well, right? We broke the trend just like majority of other altcoins into the market. Okay, let me zoom in and show you. Okay, the trend in RUNE broke this ascending line that started back in July like the other altcoins into the market did. It broke it on September the 7th, right? So we're still seeing weakness in RUNE. So pretty much every altcoin market that we looked at today is giving us inevitably weakness as of this moment. So we're not expecting the price in RUNE to go up neither, right? We're not. Simple. So the next premise would be, okay, cool. If we're not looking for the price in RUNE to go up, What's the next outcome that we can get? Exactly. Market trades sideways. Other option would be for the price to go down. All right. So right now, the market is able to prop up price at $8. Okay. So now that's the current situation. But are you expecting it to last? Are you expecting it to really hold? We can find that answer in a longer time frame, right? So let's look at a weekly chart. So this is the weekly chart in RUNE. Do you really think the price is going to be able to hold $8? Or do you think we're going to continue to go lower towards 7, towards 6, right? Bonbon writes, ouch, I didn't even notice RUNE dropped about 90% from all-time highs. That hurts, doesn't it? Imagine the people who came in RUNE right there on May 17th, the week of. And right there on July 19th, 85, 86% right there. You're right, that hurts. Now let's look at the market in RUNE on the 2 weeks time frame, right? I still think that there's weakness here, right? I still see a little bit of weakness in the market in RUNE. Now I'm not extremely weak, but it's there, right? It's still there. It's still applicable. It's still having issues with the market movement going up. But hey, look at this. We're still in the uptrend though, long term, right? It's still there. So I think you guys kind of understand as to what the market really is going through in terms of movement. Every altcoin that we've looked at so far is still in a massive upward trend. It's only when we come and break away from that long-term trend that makes the market act erratic, and then it has to come back down to this trend, right? So I think we got a basis as to where we can look for a price to go. Just looking at these two lines right here, $8, and then right there around $6.50, maybe $6. That's it. So let's go ahead and run the play. Okay, because we're still looking for the market to go down. Okay. Let me get rid of this restriction line up here. I don't want to make it too confusing on our chart. So now we're looking for the price to go down. We already said based off these two lines, first area will be around 8. Come in and grab the bag. Be prepared to take 10.5% off of the trap and right back into your account. Next area would be 7. And that will keep us fresh in line with the trend. Like, man, if you wanted to find a price to come in and buy RUNE, it would be right there around $7, right here close to this ascending line, because you guys can tell for the most part, the trend is intact. There was a small stint to where the price in RUNE broke out of this ascending line, but we came right back up above it. So that ascending line is going to be important going forward in the market. So this is the play right here. We're going to play the weakness in RUNE. First area TP would be around 8. Second area, ultimate area would be around 7. Okay. Restriction into the market is going to be up here towards $10.65, give or take, right there. It's easy. I mean, here we are. We're about an hour into this live stream, and we've already looked at 5 cryptocurrencies. Now, you can really do this a lot faster if you're understanding how the market really works, but I'm trying to break down, you know, what I look at when I see price charts, right? I want to teach everyone how to read the charts without being confused, without using technical indicators, without using, you know, RSI, MACDs, Bollinger Bands, like all that other stuff. You don't need that to understand where market price is headed. You don't. So let's look at this last one. The last one is going to be ICP, the Internet Computer. And let's break this down real quick. Take a look. Okay, we did a price prediction in the market in ICP back there on August the 29th, right? And we played the strength into the market in ICP. Yes, we did. Now, originally, the price in ICP did not go up, right? Let me zoom in. The price did not go up in ICP. We started some weakness, but we already knew that as long as the price in ICP kept this price on top of this ascending line, the market expectation was still higher, period. Simple, right? So following our original price prediction on August the 29th, 5-6 days of trading, the market traded sideways. We didn't get no action. The market didn't move. Okay. But then right here, September the 4th is when the breakout occurred, or the breakout is when it happened. So right then on that day, we knew we was golden. We knew that our price prediction was on point. So there wasn't no need for us to be nervous or erratic or say, okay, why did the market go up on September the 4th, 18%? We saw that back on August the 29th, right? We saw that. So look at this. The market came shy, just shy of our ultimate TP price on September the 6th, just shy, like barely missed it right there. We was pretty close. I mean, we said ultimate area TP was going to be around 88 cents, $89, but instead the market only came as a high around 87, right? So this is where I only give you a proximity, an area. I don't want to give you the exact dollar number to the cent as to where the market's going to go. But we knew that the market was going to get some selling around that particular number, $88, and it only went to 87. Cool. But look, that's still 25.25% profitability right there, right? Right there. Simple. So now let's take this away. And now let's look at this, okay? Everyone, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look, because there's some things we need to see on the chart in ICP. Now look, first things first, always ask yourself the question, is the market still in the uptrend, right? Is it? Take a look. Charts don't lie. If we're not in an uptrend, at what point did we break it? Just like the other 4 cryptocurrencies we saw, the market broke the trend in ICP on September the 7th. Yes, it did. So are you expecting the price to go up? Or are you looking for the price to go down? Right? What you looking forward to? Now, take a look at this. There's something else I wanted to show you that some other altcoins weren't giving us on our other previous price predictions. Look at this. Just check this out. Take a look at this. What does this mean then? What's going on? Drop me a comment and let me know, what do you see? If we broke this ascending line in ICP, guess what else caught the market price from stopping to go down? That's right, Amina. Horizontal. The charts don't lie. Everyone, pay attention to this. ICP is able to continue to hold support right there at $54, right? Take a look. So out of all the other price predictions we did for the altcoins, what do you see? What do you think about ICP then? We've created, or the market has created, a very firm foundation of support. This is going to be important for price, right? It's going to be very important for us to see the market in ICP to go up. Now, with that being seen, with us now knowing that, we could kind of lean towards the price in ICP to go up, right? Yeah, we can. But are we just going up to consolidate and trade sideways? Most definitely. That's right, Salty Dog. Support around 53. Now, we got that. I want to show you though this. Look at this very tight range in ICP. I mean, this is very tight. ICP is very tight. We took a small time, broke out of it, and then we came right back down. We're in a very tight range in ICP. What do y'all think is going on then? Right? What do you think is going on between $70, $71 as restriction and support around $53.50, $54? What do you think is going on? Honestly, the market is doing something. What do you think is going on while it's been trading sideways? Are people buying or are people selling? Those are the only two transactions that we can always get in the market. Either we're going to buy or we're going to sell. So while this market in ICP has been doing this, what do you think the majority of the people have been doing? Were they selling or were they buying? All right, got to answer that question, and I'll let you know what I think. All right, so this is what I think the market's been buying. Yep, people who is involved in ICP's market has been taking this top opportunity from August the 7th to today's current day, and they've been buying the market. Okay, cool. HFN, you think the people are buying the market right here? Why would they be buying the market? People only buy for one reason, for price to go up. So this market has been building up a massive cost or pressure, right? They're trying to increase this price. They're trying to expect the market to go up. That's right, Cisco, accumulation. People are buying up who's ever trying to sell their ICP in the market. Jen and Ju's 7-day theory holding. Yeah, you might get a couple of people inside there holding because they also know that the price is still looking good to go up. So this market, out of the other price predictions we've seen so far today on this video, is the one that looked like it wants to go up. Everything else looked like it wants to go down. Now, it's going to be a massive switch between the other cryptocurrencies price prediction of it going down. You guys can remember I told you that we're looking for the price to go down in the long term for those other plays. This ICP play may only go up in the short term, right? If we don't see any strength in ICP on a weekly basis, then yeah, this long-term play is still weak as well. Look at that, right? You see that on the weekly time frame. Look at this on the 3-day, 5-day, 5-day, right? This market still looks weak on a weekly, 2 weeks, 3 weeks basis though. So like I told you earlier, how long are you willing to be in the play? Are you going to be in the play for the market to hit one of your price levels, or are you going to be in the play for a time period? Okay, because look at this. I kind of like what's going on into the market in ICP on a small time frame for it to go up. But I need to be a little bit more conservative in that sense. I'm not telling you that the price is going to shoot all the way back up to 100. No, but rather we could see it go up. What do you see? Let me see this. $65. See, that's only 5.25%, 5.5% profitability right there for the market to hit that $65. And for us to come up here towards $69.70, I wouldn't even think it'd get that high. I would probably say like to $68, almost 10%, right? That's a pretty good play. I mean, this will have to be the play though, okay? I'm gonna play the strength in the market in ICP. But we really need to pay attention, okay, to this support area. The moment the price breaks this support area, you need to cut it because the market is going to go a lot lower in price. And we need to be prepared for that because we can see it come all the way back down towards $48, right? I can live cool with the price coming down here, you know, like $52.50, but it's around that support area. So what I'm going to do in ICP, I'm going to play the strength, but it all hinges on the price holding the support line. That's it. Okay. And I'm not looking for this to be a long-term play neither. Because like I told you, the weekly time frame and ICP is giving us the weakness. Okay. And you have to be prepared to eat off the market quick in ICP. Right there around 64, right? Take that. 3.5% and move on to the play. Say congratulations, thank you Trap for moving the market to where I expected it to go in a short time frame, and I'm out. No higher than 68, right around that vicinity. Now that would give us 10%, but again, I'm not holding this one for the long term. This will have to be an extremely short play because when you switch this over to the long term, this is where you're still seeing the weakness involved in ICP, all right? But so far, the daily time frame is what we're going to play with. All right. So I'm liking what the market has given us in ICP over the other altcoins. This one, out of the ones we've seen so far, is probably the strongest. Right. It's the strongest one that we're expecting the market to give us a little bit more oomph to go higher in price. right there. So let me bring that back over to the daily. All right, so that's it. That's all of the altcoins, cryptocurrencies that our artisan members wanted us to check out and look at. I want to say thank you. I really appreciate everyone tuning in and watching our live stream. We definitely want to say thank you all for participating. Hopefully you all have gotten something out of our videos, out of our predictions, to make you learn a little bit more how the market really works. If not, again, there's a plethora of other YouTube channels that you all can go to get that information. But again, that's it. That's all I got. I wanted to take about an hour of your time, to show you what's going on in some other markets. Again, if you guys want to participate, make sure you sign up by becoming an artisan member. And once I send out those posts to those members, make sure you guys go ahead and drop me what charts you all want to look at. And that's it. Make sure you guys have a wonderful weekend. And as always, like I say to end every video, make sure you maintain a profitability and trade different. All right. Have a good one.